The man poured boiling water into the wash basin and dropped a piece of modeling clay into it. After waiting for it to completely melt, he poured the liquid clay into a pre-prepared mold and pressed down with all his strength. Just like that, a fake gun was ready. He then knocked on the door and handed the weapon to his accomplice who was waiting outside. The hijackers burst arrogantly into the cabin, leaving all passengers stunned. Two other accomplices quickly joined them, and the three hijackers swiftly gained control over everyone aboard. They grabbed a flight attendant and demanded to know the identity of any air marshals on the plane. To prevent passengers from getting hurt, the air marshal had no choice but to surrender voluntarily. Under the hijackers' threats, he was forced to hand over his weapon. Suddenly, one passenger decided to fight back, shouting for others to help him, but no one dared to lend a hand. The overweight passenger was brutally beaten by the hijackers, and after he collapsed motionless on the floor, the entire cabin fell into dead silence. The hijackers then raised a banner and chanted slogans for their terrorist organization. When they discovered a passenger secretly filming the incident, the hijackers confiscated everyone's phones to maintain better control and herded all passengers into economy class. They grabbed another flight attendant and demanded that the pilot open the cockpit door, but the captain refused. Left with no other option, the hijackers made a phone call demanding that the government release their leader. What no one expected was that there wasn't just one group of hijackers on the plane. A man's shifty glances suggested he already knew the flight attendant, and their real target was a $12 billion diamond shipment hidden somewhere on the aircraft. This precious cargo had been specially ordered by Minister Barada from the Middle East. To ensure its safe delivery back to the country, they had implemented 3 layers of security. First, they hired a trustworthy courier. Second, they split the access code into 2 parts, one held by the minister, the other by the security company. The safe could only be opened when both codes were successfully entered. Finally, the phone containing the codes was equipped with a global positioning system that would immediately alert them if anyone tampered with it or if its location deviated from the planned route. Most importantly, they had taken out a massive insurance policy. However, they never imagined there would be a mole within their own organization. Nick had secretly arranged a meeting with the minister's secretary, realizing that if he could obtain the other half of the code, even if the diamonds were stolen, the minister wouldn't suffer any financial loss. Both of them would strike it rich from this deal. It was a win-win situation for everyone involved. Since the phone was equipped with GPS tracking, the best place to make their move was on the airplane. Nick decided to team up with his girlfriend for the heist. Although they didn't know the courier's exact identity, the company's security protocol required that this person wouldn't eat or drink during transport, which became their method for identifying the target. Lisa used her position as a flight attendant to question each passenger individually until she finally located their mark. During meal service, she deliberately spilled something on the courier's clothes. To avoid drawing attention, the man had no choice but to go to the restroom to clean up. Just as they were about to succeed, another group of hijackers unexpectedly appeared. To get his hands on the diamonds, Nick pretended to have an asthma attack, claiming his medication was in his carry-on bag and requesting permission to return to his seat. Little did the hijackers know that Nick was actually a master thief. He located the courier's briefcase containing the phone and its security box. Just after he successfully entered the access code, the hijackers somehow appeared behind him without warning. Nick calmly tried to hide the safe, lying that his medication wasn't there after all. But this had already aroused the hijackers' suspicion. Seeing that his cover was about to be blown, Nick quickly began hyperventilating again. This time, however, one of the hijackers punched him square in the nose. His screams alerted the other accomplices, and Nick was forcibly dragged back to his seat. When Lisa saw what happened, she panicked. Only after much pleading was she allowed to treat Nick's injuries.